She left me for a meeting. I hate Mondays. Good, today's Saturday.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Username access. Okay. I can continue that. I have to find it 3 more times to finish it. Oh, that was a nice little find. Very nice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And what do we have here?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, so am I able to say the words now? Or something? Executive bathroom.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
But it's
Shocked,
different.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yes, what could it be?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no, this is what he was forgot. But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Where's the door? Oh! There's the door. Manager, do you have a dark secret to tell me? Do you have a very dark secret to tell me? Ooh. Well, what do we have here?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yes.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, he didn't.
Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No, he wouldn't.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, he didn't.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
No, he wasn't. What's this? Oh, it may be death. Yay! Death! Or maybe it's not death. It's not death.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh. Nope.
Farewell, Stanley,
What?
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. Thank you, woman. Well, some boxers are blocking that way, so no.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. So there's my office, there's that thing, these things, corridor. Well, let's read them. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office into the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Corridor. The pacing of this corridor opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets, office computers. Button sounds, a selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Yes. The office. Okay. Here's the credits. Programming is done by Jesus. Yes. Kevin Brighting is the narrator. A very good one as well. And obviously music from Kevin MacLeod. That's not really an uncommon thing. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. A printer. What? Lovely. The office. The apartment timer. What apartment timer? In the previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, A timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. But now you can unplug it instead. The cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Lovely. Very lovely. Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won. Okay, meeting room. And what's this? I don't even know where I am. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represented the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Zending levers. I have no idea what this is. The game is now paused. Yes, it is. Oh, trailers. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. I have no idea what the Zending is. I want to achieve it. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down. Well, I haven't seen that elevator yet. But exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Oh. And time chose for me. Well, what is going on? This is completely black. What is this all about? We'll begin the game again.